everyone. Welcome to another episode of Last Word on Football, the only podcast that's a podcast.
That was the dumbest thing you've said.
That was terrible. Let's retake.
No, just keep going.
Keep going. Fuck it.
We can't do any worse than Jameis Winston did.
Yeah, he actually freaking did it. Jameis Winston, 30 for 30. The first QB to throw 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
I want to go back in time and find that spot in one of our earlier ones where you said, I'm high on Jameis Winston. I think he's going to do a lot better this year, and throw it in the middle of this video to hear you say it again.
It was either the first or second episode. I think it was the last play of the game for them, right? He threw a pick six. If I'm
in overtime. No, not.
Oh, it was overtime.
It was just in overtime.
So if they wouldn't have went to overtime,
yeah.
I'm glad. I'm so glad that game went to overtime then.
Daniel, can you do me a favor? Can you look up the quarterbacks in the league with the most interceptions this year? I want to see how big of a gap there is between Jameis Winston and the guy who's second.
Yeah.
I'm very
because
curious.
there is a very big gap. Phillip Rivers might be second.
Might be up there. Rivers, yeah.
But I don't think
a lot.
I don't think Rivers has over 20.
Yeah,
though.
no. I don't think it's even close still. Yeah, I mean, Rivers has a few, 2 interception games. But Winston, it's 2 is his floor. 2 interceptions.
Dude, if you're throwing 30 interceptions a year, you better be throwing for 65 to 7,000 yards to make up for it. And if you're not doing that,
because remember, Brett Favre used to throw a lot of picks too.
Yeah, but he'd also throw
double the
45 touchdowns a year.
Yeah, that's crazy. At least he made Rashad Perriman look good. 5 catches, 134.
Dude, next year in fantasy football, I'm starting the defense that's playing Jameis Winston. They're guaranteed to get 3 or 4 interceptions a game. That's 8 points.
Yeah, that's the streaming option is whoever. But their defense was still terrible, so he would still score a lot. So I don't think the defenses a lot of times ended up with a lot of points still.
Yeah. We're watching the 49ers versus Seahawks game right now, and there's 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Almost said period, like it's fucking hockey.
Hey, I'm super stoked about Marshawn Lynch coming back for the playoffs.
I don't even know if he's gotten the ball yet this game. I want to see
I saw him get 1 carry that maybe went for 5 or 6 yards.
Do you guys want to know the top 5 or just second place?
Give me top 5. Give me top 5.
Top 5. Kyle Allen.
With how many?
As of this posting was 15.
15.
Okay.
Does it have Winston at 30?
No, it has Winston at 28.
So this isn't with today's games, but still, okay.
Yeah, this is the most recent one.
It's going to be pretty accurate.
Number 4 is Jared Goff.
With
16.
Okay.
Number 2 is tied as of this posting. It's a tie between Baker Mayfield and Phillip Rivers.
At
18.
At 18. So our boy beat them by 12. Unless, how many picks did they throw today?
Rivers threw 2. And let's see, Baker threw. Where's Baker at? I have them somewhere on here.
Philly made it to 20. Is he going to be a Charger next year?
Baker threw for 3 as well. So that still only gives him 21.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's terrible.
Speaking of which, I wanted to talk about Cleveland a little bit. I think I know that the Bengals had the worst record in the league, but the biggest disappointment of this year by far has to be Cleveland.
Yeah, that was another one of my terrible takes. My Winston take and my Browns take. Those are my 2 I was just completely wrong on.
Hey, we were both pretty high on them. Kittle's still going. Look at this man. Yeah. This guy is a beast.
He is a man. Well, they already fired Kitchens. Freddie Kitchens first end of season firing.
You know who's going to be the head coach there next year? Mike McCarthy.
He should be. We were just talking about that. He wanted the job, publicly stated. Why would they hire a guy who looks like an alcoholic over Mike McCarthy?
I don't know if you've seen a picture of Mike McCarthy. He looks like he's an alcoholic, too. That guy's face is so fat.
I thought it was just the Green Bay cold, though, that makes him look like that.
No. I'm pretty sure that dude went home and pounded a 6-pack after every game. Win or lose. Win, lose, or tie.
Win, lose, or tie.
I'm going to drink until I die.
Hey, Brett Favre was like an alcoholic sometimes. Yeah.
He was on pills. He was a pill popper for a while.
He was also sending out dick pics to cheerleaders when he was in New York. So
that was like his dark days, was that 1 year of New York Jets.
His wife is still married to him. Good for her. She clearly has low self-esteem.
No.
Or she just wants that money.
Yeah.
She get more money from divorcing him.
That cheddar.
She
that
might.
moolah. That guap.
Yeah, and you know damn well there ain't no prenup in that. Brett ain't that smart. He ain't smart enough. I love the guy. He's my favorite non-Raiders quarterback, but nah, Brett ain't that smart to make a prenup, man. What else happened? In that same game with Winston throwing the 3 picks, so they're still targeting Julio a lot. 13 targets.
He's gone.
Oh, there's
Samuel.
Debo Samuel. Touchdown. Hey, I don't know. I still predict a loss for the 49ers because those uniforms are ugly.
I don't mind him.
Those are ugly.
I just don't think the helmet matches.
Yeah.
Check out this spin move. He hit this shit crisp as fuck.
Let's see this. Oh, that's
Wait
a
for
nice
it.
little
Wait for
reverse.
it. It's on the sideline.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, that was real good.
Got him.
Oh, look at that. Just barely. By like a blade of grass, he wasn't out. That was nice. That was good stuff. How about the AFC East? It's like a bizarro world today.
When I didn't pay attention to anything that happened in the AFC East.
Well, you know, in the East, first off, New England lost to the Dolphins.
That's right.
So that was
For some reason, I was
weird.
thinking of the AFC North when you said that because a lot of the teams in the AFC North are over in the East.
Yeah,
So I was thinking you were talking about like Pittsburgh versus
okay.
Baltimore. Who won that game, by the way?
Pittsburgh, Baltimore. So in that game, it was the Baltimore backups versus basically the Steelers backups, and the Ravens won. Their backups were still way better.
So the Steelers are the 6th seed?
No, they're out.
They're out.
They're out.
'cause
Yeah,
they lost.
they're out.
The Titans are in.
Yeah, it was 28-10. It wasn't even close. Guts the bus, 130
You know,
yards.
Mike Tomlin put them in that position. Though.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you still got to appreciate that they even like had a chance at the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy with that team, all those injuries. They're on third string quarterback. They were like on their fourth string running back at times too.
Yeah.
Smith-Schuster missed a bunch of games
With some punchable motherfucker named Mason Rudolph and a guy named fucking Duck.
Duck was terrible. I didn't write down his stats, but he was like 9 of 20 or something. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
All right, let's go back to that AFC.
Anyway,
sorry. I want to talk about how Tom Brady lost to the Dolphins
Yeah,
in Foxborough.
that's crazy. Remember, I predicted the Dolphins would beat him once, but
You thought it was going to be in Miami.
I thought it would be early in the season, and no, yeah. And he didn't play terribly, I mean, compared to recently.
You
but
know what
no.
scares me? I bet Bill Belichick was like, hey, let's lose this game and make everybody think we're over the hump.
Oh, fuck.
And we're going to turn the switch on once we get into the playoffs. They'll be like, we'll play wild card weekend this time.
He probably went in his voice, yeah, guys, so we're going to lose this week. You know,
We're on to Tennessee.
we're already on to the next game in the playoffs.
Who are they playing? They're going to play Tennessee, right? Who's the 6th? Yeah, because
Let's have a
the
look
Bills
here.
are 5.
I got this up, actually. I kind of like it.
Yeah,
Let's
the
see.
Bills are going to play the Texans.
Yep, Titans, Patriots. I think the Titans have a good shot at winning this.
Dude,
I hope
I'm going
so.
to be honest with you. I think the Chiefs need to play at home against the Patriots. I'm going to go ahead and write the Patriots in.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think the Titans have a real good shot. I'm going to tell you that. They've been playing on fire. They destroyed the Texans today. I mean, it was their backups, but
Yeah, the Texans
So,
weren't playing for anything.
they're
Really.
yeah, they really weren't. Yeah, but I mean, still, look, Derrick Henry has been going off.
I think whoever wins between the Texans and Bills is going to get throttled by the Ravens. I think that game's
Oh
gonna be-
yeah.
I think the Ravens may have a bye to the AFC Championship game.
I think the Bills play it close, closer than the Texans, just because they have a pretty decent defense. No, but their offense can't keep up. There's no way.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though.
Yeah. I think Ravens will be high scoring, but the
24.
Ravens still win.
24-20.
Yeah, but if
Texans
it's the
over
Bills,
the Bills.
24-20.
Texans over the Bills. I don't see the Bills winning. I don't know.
I think they can. Josh, no, what the heck was Fitzmagic, man? He's in there. 20.
Yeah. A rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown.
Yeah.
He's got the power of the beard.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's got to be his power, man.
It is.
The
He
dude,
draws all of
and
his
that
energy from it.
freaking look in his eyes when he scores. He starts yelling. I'm like, dude, that guy's crazy.
I thought it was one of the funniest things. Was it last year he was playing for the Buccaneers? Yeah, at the beginning of the year.
Right, yeah.
He threw a touchdown to a guy, and he went over to one of his offensive linemen who had just as big of a burly of a beard, and they started rubbing. They started rubbing their beards together.
Remember when he showed up at that presser looking like a straight freaking pimp? He was wearing like Deshaun Jackson's chains and stuff.
I do not remember that.
Oh man,
I could see
you
it
gotta
happening
that.
though.
Yeah, that was great. That was
That guy's
good.
really smart. He went to Harvard too.
Yeah. He went to Harvard. Yep. Devontae Parker, ever since he's gotten paid, he's been like opposite. He's had like 100 yards a game since he's gotten that contract. And like before then, he was just playing like average. He's like opposite, you know. Usually when you get paid, you start like just chilling. He's like, no, I'm going to live up to my contract.
How many first-round draft picks are the Dolphins going to have this year? Do they have 3?
Pretty sure they have 3. Pretty sure.
No, they're not going to have the number 1 overall. They're gonna get some good players this year.
Yeah, because they got the Texans and they got the Steelers, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
because
for
they got
Minka
one for
Fitzpatrick.
Minka and then for Laramie Tunzel.
And then Jacksonville's going to get 2 for the Jalen Ramsey trade.
Right.
Come on, Russ.
Raiders have number 12 and 19, I believe. 12 and 19. Yeah. See, that win would have put us at 8-8, and with that
is
12 would
is
have
that-
become.
Is that one for the Khalil Mack trade?
Yeah.
Or was that for
the
last year?
19 is for Khalil Mack from the Bears. Yeah, they finished 8-8.
I was really off on how their season was going to go.
Yeah. How about Josh Allen? For some reason, started that game, even though they had for the Bills, even though they had like no reason to play him. He went 3 of 5 for 5 yards before they pulled him for Matt Barkley.
Just to keep him, just to get some reps. That's all that was.
I guess. Yeah.
It's
Make sure he's not
very
rusty.
good. No, apparently not very good.
Yeah, you
Maybe
might
they
as
should
well
have
not
left
played
in
him.
Maybe they should have left him in a little longer.
Yeah. They lost that game too. Jets won 13-6. That's an ugly score.
Yeah.
That one touchdown, a bunch of kicks.
Michael Thomas only had 4 catches for 37 yards today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. He had 9
Yeah,
targets or
doesn't-
something though.
I mean, Alvin Kamara did a lot of that lifting. A.J. Klein had a touchdown on the defense.
Yeah.
Linebacker had a pick 6.
Yeah.
They didn't really need Michael Thomas to do anything.
No. Saints annihilated them. No one was surprised. They probably could have played their backups and still won that game.
But yeah.
But I guess they wanted to. Because now, do they get a first round bye too, right?
The Saints will not get a first round bye. They can't.
They can't.
It's going to be the winner of this game in Green Bay.
That's true. Yeah, they can't get that. That's a trip. So why did they even play anybody today?
Well, they had a chance if Green Bay would have lost.
Oh,
if Green Bay
it
would
was
have lost, they
during
would
that
have got
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
They needed to make sure that they won, and Green Bay lost. Which is like, you don't want to play your guys, but it's like, what if the other team loses?
Yeah,
Like,
you
and
got
then
to.
how are you going to sell that to your fan base if you lose?
Yeah,
after
because
that,
of that. Yeah, those games kind of suck. You gotta do it. But you guys barely beat the Lions. What's up with that?
That game was
It
so
was
ugly.
close.
I watched most of that game.
Yeah.
First half was atrocious. How they let their running back Johnson get down the field right before halftime. They let him go like 50 yards. He broke up a long run, and then they ended up kicking a field goal, making it 17-3. It would have been 14-3, but
Yeah.
hey, doesn't matter if you win at the last fucking second or you blow a team out. A win is a win.
A win is a win. I'll
And
tell you.
they
I'll
won
be
again.
honest. Yep. Rodgers had
Do you know that
2
that's
touchdowns.
his 26th come from behind win?
26, huh?
He's got
Okay.
26 under his belt.
That's pretty good. Carr has a lot too, but only because he plays like garbage half the game.
That
It
is
has to come
also-
from behind.
I think that is the 15th game, 16th game.
Yeah.
I think Detroit led in every single game this year.
Really?
They started off in every single game they played this year. They had the lead at one point or another. They were never playing from behind.
Wow. Okay.
Like they always had the first. Like they were always winning early. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they can't.
Okay.
They also blew 10 games this year. They were winning. There was 10 games they were playing in the fourth
Yeah.
quarter. They lost.
They've played pretty decently most of the years, but when Stafford went down, it was over.
They
I
can't-
want to see if Lynch gets
can't
this
finish.
carry right here.
Come on, beast mode.
Let's go. Beast Quake.
Run it at Sherman.
I know. Oh, yeah, there he goes. He's still got some power in him. He's not what he used to be.
I mean, he's
but-
fresh legs though.
Yeah,
I mean, he's what 33.
probably, yeah. He looked
prob-
good with the Raiders last year before he got injured. He was doing really good, but he couldn't hang in the end. You know, that injury. What else happened? How did the Chargers finish 5-11 with the talent they had on that roster?
Because Phillip Rivers sucked. this year. We were just talking about it. He threw 20 picks.
That's true. Yeah, 20 picks on the year. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
They don't have a home. They don't play at home.
Yeah,
they played
they didn't have
16
any
away
home games.
They have the worst owner in the league.
Yeah,
Second, him and Jerry are pretty close.
I don't know. Well, the Redskins owner's pretty bad too.
Dan Snyder's pretty.
Dan Snyder's he's just a terrible human being.
He fucking sucks. Jim Rome was just absolutely ripping on him a couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago. He was like, he's like, man, the Dolphins are bad, but at least they have a plan. He's like, what's your plan, Dan?
Yeah.
Like, you gonna fire your general manager and your coach and throw them under the bus like you do with everyone else?
I don't know what is their plan. They drafted Haskins, but it doesn't look like they're sold on him. They used a first-round pick on Dwayne Haskins, and now, they'll probably draft another freaking quarterback.
You see that hit? That was kind of a cool
pretty-
tackle.
Yeah,
He was flying through the air.
Ooh, a nice little run. Is that Turbin right there? There's Win.
Yeah,
Ravens
you guys want to talk
matchup.
about that Cowboys game for a little bit?
There's
Yeah,
nothing,
that's pretty much the next thing.
there's actually nothing to talk about. We're done talking about the Cowboys. No, I'm just kidding. So Jason
Pause.
Garrett has not been fired yet,
Yeah,
which is awesome. That's awesome. America is still winning.
Yeah.
Every time the Cowboys lose. And even though they won today, they're still losing if they keep Jason Garrett.
yeah. They still basically lost. Like, what is up with that? They blow out the freaking Redskins 47-16.
I think Jerry Jones's ego has just gotten in too deep, where he's like, I'm going to win with Jason Garrett, and I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what the cost is.
Yeah.
Yo, he's about to get run up on.
It's because Jason Garrett's a yes man. He'll do whatever the heck he says. He doesn't want to replace him with somebody who might challenge him. Imagine like who else is out there that would challenge him? Like Mike McCarthy.
Urban
He'd
Meyer.
be like, no, I'm not going to do you. Tell me.
Urban
yeah,
Meyer.
Urban Meyer. No, we're doing this, Jerry. Gerald. We'll probably call him Gerald too.
Jim Rome calls him Jera.
Jera Jones.
Bosa and DeForest Buckner is so good.
Yeah, I
He's a
always like
monster.
that pick. That guy's got some wingspan on him too.
What a name too.
Yeah.
He's got cannons for arms.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Whoop.
Blocking the back. Holding. Strip
Yep.
the ball.
Strip it. Yeah. Hey, Dak had a good game. 23 of 33, 303 and 4 touchdowns. Zeke, 122 and a touchdown, but it didn't mean nothing.
Yeah, where was that shit last week?
Yeah, exactly. It helped you lose, so I'm very happy with that. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I will take it. What the heck is going on here?
We got a flag.
On a flag. How about
Do you want to recap our see how far off we are this year on our picks?
Let's check out our records this year.
My picks were pretty I don't know. I was pretty off.
Oh, I need to look at standings. Where the heck can I find that?
I was close on the 8-8. I was one game off for the Cowboys. I think I got the Redskins right. Did they win 4 games? Were they 3-13 or 4-12?
I think, did they win 4 or 5?
I don't know.
Okay, so you said 3-13? What did you say?
I said they were going to be 4-12. I was pretty close.
I was pretty close, only off by 1.
All right, I will just do the East. I had the Giants at 5-11. I was
4-12.
one off.
One off.
I had the Eagles winning that division. I got that right, but I
Right.
had them at 11-5.
Cowboys
Yeah, I had them at 9-7.
9-7.
But I said they could go 10-6 if they had Zeke, or 11-5, and they did not.
Yeah. So
Shitty. They were by far the worst division in the league this year. Yeah.
no doubt.
That or the AFC North. Who do you think was worse?
This
AFC
one.
The AFC North though at least had
No,
Baltimore.
yeah, they at least had the Ravens. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. No, they're way better.
The other 3 teams were scrubbed.
I'm surprised the Eagles even made it to 9-7.
Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Cleveland.
Yeah, only because the rest of their division was poop.
I would have really loved seeing a 7-9 team make the playoffs and host a playoff game at
Yeah.
home. Who was the last team to do that? Denver and win with Tim Tebow.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and they beat Pittsburgh.
They won a
in
playoff
overtime.
game, yeah,
Was it in overtime?
that was wild.
It was overtime, right?
Was it? I think it may have
I
been.
remember.
Yeah, I think it might have been overtime. Yeah, because it was that like last ditch effort that he like tossed a freaking bomb to Demaryius Thomas, right?
Old T squared. Yeah. Yeah, it was to Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
Back when that guy was good.
Yeah.
So on to the NFC South. Not
NFC
AFC
South. Yeah, NFC South. What do you? What were your predictions here?
Let me get my sheet
Grab that sheet.
that I had put down. I did have the Saints winning the division at 12-4, so I was pretty close.
You were pretty spot on for the most part. You're a game off on most of these teams. What else?
I had the Falcons at 10-6.
Right. They shit the bed. They
yeah.
came on strong in the end. What did they win? Like 3 of their last 5 or something like that.
yeah, they finished
7-9. Yeah, not terrible.
I had the Panthers at 8-8. I was 3 games off on that, and I had the Buccaneers at 6-10, so I was only a game off with them.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, Panthers. If Cam would have stayed healthy, they probably would have won a few more. Kyle Allen started off strong, and then he just
Very true.
shit the bed. And then they fired Ron Rivera. That was probably one more win they could have got. Maybe not. They at least wouldn't have been blown out their last 2 games.
What if he gets the job in Cleveland next year?
That's what I was saying. He won't want that job. But then again, what other coaches are going to get fired? Like, who else? I mean, I know the Panthers need a new one, the Browns, but who else is not a lot of people, I don't think. Jaguars, maybe?
Jags coach. Who's Jags coach?
Doug Marrone.
Doug Marrone, yeah.
Bengals probably stick with what they got. Steelers definitely. Yeah, I really don't see a lot of firings this season. Giants? Anthony Lynn might.
Just because that's how Spanos would be sometimes.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes with Spanos. Redskins, do you think he goes to the Redskins? Nah.
Jason Garrett. I can't believe Jason Garrett won't get fired. What was that?
He still might. I mean, tomorrow's when they're going to announce most of them, but I don't know why I have a feeling he's still going to keep his job. They're going to stick with him.
Another year of mediocrity in Dallas.
Yeah. Another team with all that talent, how do you finish 8-8? That's crazy. Like, they only won one more game than the Raiders.
You know what? When you put it that way, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they only won one more game than the Raiders. And the Raiders were a play away from being 8-8 as well.
Yeah. A play away.
Yeah.
A 2-point conversion away. They were
Yeah,
5 yards away from
exactly.
being 8-8. And getting a worse draft pick.
Yeah. So I'll take it. Yeah. Back to this Panthers. How about
So the NFC West, I actually had almost, I don't want to say backwards, but I had the 49ers going 5-11.
Yeah.
That was probably the one I've been off by the most. I had the Seahawks going 10-6. That was off on both of those.
Seahawks.
I could finish
10-6.
a game off if they lose.
Yeah, it depends.
I had the Rams at 12-4, making the postseason. Probably making it to the NFC Championship game against the Saints again.
Right.
And the Cardinals I had it 3-13 or 4-12. So I was 2 games off at most on them.
They were competitive for the most part all year, despite an undermanned team for the most part. I mean, their O-line, I think, is what's holding them back. But they'll be a threat. The NFC West is going to be competitive for a while, like we were talking about last time. I had a feeling the Rams would come back down to earth. The 49ers, I didn't think we're going to be this good. I don't think anybody did.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 6-2 at home and 6-1 on the road. That's pretty good. Their only loss on the road is to Baltimore.
Right.
Thus far.
Yeah. It's not bad. How about all right, let's move on to the AFC. So I thought the Steelers were going to go 11-5 and win the division. Actually, I don't know if I predicted them or the Browns. We're going to have to go back who the hell I predicted to win the division. But, yeah, I had Steelers 11-5, so that obviously didn't happen. They finished 8-8. They probably would have won some more. They no doubt would have won more games with Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah. That quarterback play was atrocious.
Yeah, and remember the first game of the year, they absolutely got hammered by New England. Week 1, it was like 30-3 or something like that.
That was terrible. Yeah. That was bad. And then the Ravens, I wasn't as high on. Remember that. I had them at 9-7. Third place in the division, I thought. So
you know what's crazy? If they played right now again, I think that game would be a lot closer between New England and Pittsburgh. Despite pretty much all of Pittsburgh's guys being like second string, like a lot of their position players.
Didn't get it. That's sad. It was 4th and inches, and Lynch didn't get it. Ouch. Yeah, I think it'd be closer, mostly because the Steelers' defense came on strong. They really were the only reason they stayed in it as long as they did, along with Tomlin's coaching. And that Minka Fitzpatrick trade was really good for them. He had a ton of interceptions.
He had a really good year this year.
Yeah, he had a great year.
It worked out for both. It worked out for both parties because now Miami's going to get a first-round draft pick again because of it.
Yeah. So I had the Bengals. I did have them at 5-11. They finished 2-14. Did I have any of their wins right? I thought they'd beat Miami. I thought they'd win today.
Yeah, you got that one right.
Yeah,
they beat the Browns.
Yeah, they did. Jacksonville, Arizona. All right. I don't know which other. What was their other win? They beat a random team. I don't know. It wasn't a divisional, so I don't know. Who knows who they beat?
Did they beat the Jets?
I think they beat the Dolphins or the Jets. It was Jets or
Jets.
Yeah, it was the Jets,
right?
Because
everyone was talking shit about Adam Gase.
And then he won. Yeah. I mean, he lost.
How many games did the Jets win this year? Go down to their record.
Yeah.
They went 7-9?
Jets somehow. How did they go 7-9?
I feel like every week.
That team was terrible.
I feel like every single week we were talking about them losing.
Because they were like Jekyll and Hyde. Remember, they blew out a few teams. Like, they blew out
They beat Dallas.
Yeah, they blew out Dallas. They blew out the Raiders. They destroyed us, too. That's when I knew our season was over.
Can you click on their name? I want to see what their schedule was and
let's see.
What weeks they won. Who they beat.
Yeah, I was pretty close. I thought they were going to be 6-10.
Yeah.
Well, they won a game more than I expected.
It was up top. Right there across the top.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Click on the full schedule on the right. All the way to the right. Nope. No. Right by Buffalo. Over. Yep, right there.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happened here. Yeah, that's right. They lost to the Jets. That was one of their losses.
22-6 convincingly. So week 1 they lose to Buffalo 16-17.
They beat the Cowboys. Yeah.
And then they lose. Look at that. They started off 0-4.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, then they beat the Cowboys.
They beat the Cowboys.
Remember, they didn't have, what's his name? They had mono. Oh, they beat the Giants, the Redskins, and the Raiders. So they won 3 in a row at one point. Just beating terrible teams, though.
And then they lose to the Bengals. They had a chance to come back.
They beat the Dolphins. 21-20. That was the game when there was like a bunch of field goals. I think.
Look at that. Did he just pick six?
Did he?
No.
No, that's a dead play.
That would have been fun.
That would've
Look
been
at his
cool.
laces. They
He's a
were bright
big
pink.
guy. Yeah. So I was correct about somebody. I was correct about the Patriots.
Yeah.
12-4. I had them at, but I did
What's
have
going
them
on?
losing to Miami.
What's going on now?
Jets.
Oh, they're going to review it.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, this is intriguing. It's a dead ball, though, because they blew it dead, right? Like, it'll be the Seahawks ball at that point where he picked it
I
up.
didn't hear if they blew it dead or not, so I'm not sure. Vamos a ver. We'll see.
Well, they won't let him get a touchdown out of that, right? Like, they wouldn't tack on 7.
It depends. I can't tell if they blew the whistle or not. I didn't hear it in real time. If they didn't blow a whistle, then it can be a touchdown. But if they blew a whistle, then they'll call it a recovery dead ball.
I think it's going to be a recovery dead ball if it's anything.
We'll see.
I think Garoppolo threw it. If you throw it parallel to the line of scrimmage, is that a fumble? Or you have to throw it backwards?
Parallel, man. Completely parallel. I don't know.
Because it
Good
looks like
question.
he looked like he was drifting backwards as he threw it. Like,
Yeah, it was tough. It looked really close. I'll tell you that.
I don't think there's going to be enough to overturn it to do anything. So
I think it's gonna stand.
I think it's gonna be a
gonna
moot
stand as
point.
is. Yeah. I think the only loss I had correct was I had them losing to Miami, but not at this game, and then I had them losing to Kansas City. So yeah, Bills though I was really off about the Bills. I really didn't do them justice. I thought they were gonna go 5-11 was my preseason prediction.
flip that score around,
10-6,
brother.
Yep. Dolphins 2-14.
I think they're going to be a first round exit, though, don't you?
I don't know. I think they have a shot. I mean, they're a resilient team, but they're not ready. They'll probably lose.
Who's going to get the right to go get slaughtered by Baltimore? The Texans or the Bills?
Yeah, I think they're gonna lose because Texans. It was their first time last year with that team at least, and they had that early exit against the Colts, and this Texans will probably win this year. Yeah, but I can't believe the Dolphins won 5 games. I'm really tripping about that. Like I was talking about them going 0-16.
Yeah.
And they somehow won
I bet you
5
they wish
games.
they would have went 0-16 to get a better draft pick, too.
Yeah. They won today. Well, Fitzpatrick doesn't care. He's like, I don't care. I ain't gonna. He probably ain't gonna be there next year.
Now he'll move teams again. He'll be on somebody else's team.
Where's he gonna go?
You know
next
where he
year?
could go? He'll for sure start. I can't talk right now. For sure starting spot down in Tampa again.
Yeah.
Bench that fucking bum.
I think Arians is gonna somehow stick with him. I don't know why. He's gonna stick.
Bruce, you're a better coach than that.
with him. You're better than
Don't
that.
do yourself dirty.
How did? Wait. The Buccaneers though went 7-9 still. How?
Look at their schedule.
That team was terrible. It was a terrible team. They were just all offense though.
It's like we were just talking about with the fucking Jets, though. You know, they probably beat up on all the bad teams that they played.
Yeah. They had some close ones. They won that Panthers game.
That's right. They beat the Rams.
They beat
I
the
forgot about that.
Rams, yeah.
They put up a lot of points on
Cardinals.
Look, they beat the Cardinals.
Falcons, Jags, Colts.
Yeah, that stretch of 4 weeks right there on that 4-game win streak. Look at those teams.
That's crazy.
Falcons were 3-8 at that time.
I'll chalk that up to coaching Bruce Arians. I like Bruce Arians. I like him, but I don't like his trust in Jameis Winston though.
No.
He's probably like thinking back like he's got to think of a plan. And 7-9 too. Their draft picks probably decent, you know, but there's so many quarterbacks this year. They might still be able to get one. Anyway, back over here to who's next up for me? Oh, AFC West. So who did I have in the West? I was correct on the Chiefs. I had them at 12-4, and they sure enough went 12-4.
Nice. I think that's the first one that we've called correctly so far.
I've got a few. I got the Patriots correct too.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't get any correct.
Oh yeah, you're like one game off though. But I think overall you've done better because I'm like I nailed that one, but I've been pretty off on a lot of them too. Yeah, I was really off on here, very off. I nailed another one. So I was off on the Chargers. I thought they'd go 8-8, and I think a lot of people thought I was crazy for that 8-8. They're like, no, they're
They
better.
ended up going 5-11.
5-11 instead. So they did even worse than I expected. And
Fuck you, Dean.
remember, I did say I thought the Raiders' floor was 7-9, but I thought they'd go 10-6 and know that. And that was pre-Antonio Brown's cut.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I think he would have been good for another 3 wins.
Before he was caught
Don't you think
farting
so?
in massage therapist's face. And
That's... Oh, man.
what?
Yeah.
He had like a massage therapist that he was going to see, and
Farted
she
in
was
my
like,
face.
yeah, he would fart in my face like when I would massage his legs. Like he would just like, he would just let it go. And he'd be naked.
He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, he went...
He was just letting him fly.
The Saints worked him out the other day, and they told him specifically, do not bring your entourage. He brought his entourage. That's why immediately after the workout, the Saints were like, we will not be signing Antonio Brown.
Really? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I can't believe they even let him try out, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
Stupid.
dumb. Yeah, especially on the playoff team like that. Why do you want to let him come in and destroy the locker room?
Some guy called into a radio station, and he was talking about that. They were asking him. He was a Saints fan, and the guys that were hosting the show were asking him. They were like, what do you think about the Saints hosting Antonio Brown, like having a tryout for him? And he was like, he's cancer.
Yeah.
And the best way to stay healthy is by not getting cancer.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this guy's got it.
I mean, if you can't even make it more than a week with the Patriots, you're not going to make it anywhere. You know?
They didn't even need him that week. They played Miami, didn't they?
Yeah, they played Miami. He came in for like a drive, scored a touchdown, and
And
that
then
was
they cut
it.
him. And then they cut him.
Yeah, then they cut him. They're like, Belichick's like, yeah.
Hey, you
call
remember
up
that one
Antonio
point
Brown.
in time when
We're gonna
Robert
cut him.
Kraft was accused of soliciting a hand job and nobody said anything about it since? And there's video of it.
Well, they've said some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he might get
Is he going to
prison.
get in trouble?
Yeah, actually, I just saw a headline that he might get 5 years prison for that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's still in progress. You know, stuff like that, especially if you're rich like him. He's going to draw it out as much as possible. He's probably just doing a bunch of drugs until he goes to prison now.
I mean, the dude's almost 70.
Yeah. But
you remember-
a guy
do you remember-
like him, he goes to jail. It's not going to be like jail. It's going to be like Club Med. You know, like he's just going to be fucking chilling, you know?
Do you
Can't
remember
go
when
anywhere.
they,
Yeah.
I think it was that county or wherever in Florida that it happened in,
Mm.
they had video evidence of him doing it.
Yeah.
And they told him, they were like, hey, we won't press charges against you, and we'll get rid of this videotape. No, the public will never see it if you admit that you're guilty. And he was like, nope, I'm going to take my chances. And they were like, okay.
Kraft's like, you know I'm fucking rich, right?
Yeah, my last name is Kraft, like macaroni and cheese.
Isn't that their business, or am I just fucking tripping?
I don't know.
It might be.
I don't care. His business is fucking cheating and getting hand jobs from Filipino women.
So the other prediction I had right was Denver. I had them 7-9, and sure enough, they went 7-9. Yeah, including I predicted them beating us today. Yeah, which interesting.
Hey, that was a good prediction.
Yeah, that was a pretty good prediction. I was pretty spot on. I think they lost. I was pretty off in the beginning, but pretty spot on from
right.
there.
Let's
Last one.
since it's the end of the season, this is the last game of the season. Why don't we talk about a little bit of fantasy since we haven't had anything to talk about for fantasy
I
this
still
week?
got one more division, man. Oh, you cut me off here. I'll be
I
quick
forgot
with
about
this one.
I forgot about the South.
Yeah, AFC South. Texans, I said 11-5. They went 10-6, rather close. Colts, they really crapped the bed. I thought 10-6 for them as well, and no, they went 7-9. Titans, 5-11, very off on that, 9-7, and they have a playoff berth. Jaguars actually better than I thought at 6-10. I had them at 4-12.
Doug Marrone.
Yeah. There was actually a report that came out yesterday that said he was going to be let go after today's game. And then they came back and were like, no, he's fucking not. I was like, why would you anybody tell their coach he's going to, like, all right, man, go out and coach tomorrow, but you're done. after
Derrick
the
Henry's
game."
a big boy.
He is a big man. He finally learned how to run because his first 2 years, he ran, but he didn't run powerful. And I would say, I'm like, does he not know he's fucking huge? Like, and then it was that Thursday night game where he had that like four
touchdowns and 200 yards,
Ever
yeah.
since then, he's been playing like a different player. He's like, oh shit, I could body people. Yeah, league leader in rushing yards.
Was he?
Yeah.
He beat McCaffrey.
Yeah, he beat McCaffrey was third. Nick Chubb was actually second.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking about it too. I was seeing this because it was on Red Zone, and they're like, "Oh, Derrick Henry just needs 11 more yards to pass up freaking Nick Chubb, and then he had a fucking 60-yard touchdown run after that. They're like, all right, he's done.
That was one they just showed.
And look at the guy. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even look like he's running that fast, but he's outrunning everybody because he's so huge.
Nolans.
Nolans destroyed him. So what the hell you want to talk about? What do you want to say about fantasy?
Fantasy. Let's go to a mock fantasy draft next year.
Yeah.
Give me who are the people that are getting drafted 1 through 5 next year? Who are you projecting to go?
1 through 5. I mean, McCaffrey's going to be first. I'm not drafting him first.
I think Barkley's going to bounce back. I think Barkley's going
to bounce back.
McCaffrey of this year.
Yeah.
Next year.
I think so too. Yeah. I don't think it's really rare to see the RB1
redo it again.
Redo it. Yeah. Just like last year, the Barkley. I think Barkley's probably going to be number 1 overall next year. I mean, in running backs. I think McCaffrey might come back down to earth, especially with the new coaching staff. They probably won't use him like that anymore, especially if they want to be smart. I mean, as much as people love it in fantasy, look what happened to Gurley. They ran the fool to the ground. So I don't think it's smart of them. Who was the third guy? Kamara. I think Kamara's next year is going to be about what he does. I don't know. I never liked him as a
come back
as a
and get
full-time
closer to what
lead
he was
back.
last year.
Yeah,
He was awesome last year.
He was awesome. I think he works better. You got to get someone else to complement the guy. I don't think he's as good when he has to do it all. And I thought that too, which is why I didn't like Kamara. And then I had a share of him this year only because I had to. I had maybe the 3rd pick or something. But I like Michael Thomas to be the wide receiver one. I'm gonna target him in all my drafts. I want a wide receiver.
Is he going to get drafted over Zeke? If you're in PPR, full PPR, I think you got to almost.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he gets so many freaking catches that he puts up running back numbers at the position. I might, it's gonna be Zeke.
In my league this year, we do full PPR, the one that I'm in with my dad and some of my buddies. Christian McCaffrey had like 428 fantasy points this year, and Michael Thomas had like 366.
Yeah,
so there's still a big,
there's still close.
There's still a 60-point gap.
Yeah, especially now with running backs getting that many. But man, that's just such an anomaly of the receptions that McCaffrey had. It's
the
ridiculous.
last game last week he had 15 catches.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think he does that again. I don't think he even comes close to that. In fact, I like Michael Thomas next year. I think top 5 is going to be the 4 running backs: Barkley, Zeke, Kamara, McCaffrey, and then you're going to have Michael Thomas right there. Really, and that's what I like in my top 5. I like Josh Jacobs as well. I don't know where he's gonna go, but I'd like to target him in the end of the first round if I can grab him. He looks really good. Injuries are a little concern for him because he was banged up a lot of the
Where's
year.
Dalvin Cook falling in? First round?
Dalvin Cook also, yeah.
Late first round?
He'll probably be my 5th ranked guy.
7th or 8th pick, probably.
6th? Yeah.
6th.
I mean, what other first round wide receiver do you really want?
I mean, it would have been Antonio Brown, but obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. If you could get that dude in the 3rd round next year, that's gonna be enticing.
I got burned, homie. I'm not touching Brown ever again.
Well, you took him in the second
I took him in like
round,
every freaking draft of mine.
Did you take him in the 3rd round?
Yeah, I got him in the second of like almost every league of mine. I was in like 10 leagues and I got him in like 8 of them. Yeah, so I'm never drafting him again, even if he's there in the 10th round. Fuck you, Antonio Brown. I'm just gonna tell you that. And I'm not one to bash players, and I get it, but
definitely not Odell. Odell's not going first round. Julio, if you're in like a 12-team league, I could justify 12 maybe.
Hopkins is probably my second rated wide receiver.
DeAndre is pretty good.
What else we got? I mean, even I don't know. Evans was up and down. I don't like the inconsistency of Mike Evans.
Well, look at his quarterback. His quarterback.
Yeah, yeah.
Throws just as many touchdowns to the other team as he does to his team. You know, he threw 7 pick sixes this year. 6 or 7.
Yeah, 7. That was it. They put up that stat of like
49 points to the other team.
Touchdown leaders for the Buccaneers were like Mike Evans 9, Godwin 8, and then other teams 7. That's ridiculous. Well, 8 now because he had that pick 6 to end the game today, right?
It wasn't a pick 6. It was just a pick.
Oh, it was a pick. Never mind. No, that's sad.
I don't think it was a pick 6.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I missed all the morning games, so I don't know. Who else? I mean, who else do you like in the first? That's pretty much who I like. I know there's Chubb, but I don't know Nick Chubb. The thing that I don't like about Chubb is he doesn't catch enough passes.
Well, we'll see how they are next year with Mike McCarthy as their head coach.
Yeah.
or Jason Garrett or Urban Meyer or
Jason
whoever they
Garrett to
hire.
the Browns. That would be gross. that would be disgusting.
You sounded disgusting. That's gross.
Imagine, I could see it happening. Him fucking clapping it up in those fucking orange colors. Oh my god, it's gross.
He's not gonna
with
get
Odell Beckham there with him.
He won't have another head coaching
No.
job for a while if he does.
Oh, he might.
He'll get one, but
He
it won't
might.
be for a while. It's going to be another decade. But
Man.
well, let's just go through the playoffs really quick. We've
Yeah.
kind of been going through the playoffs.
We've kind of
already.
mentioned it.
We've done the AFC already.
You think the AFC wildcards have no chance? I actually think there's a good chance of both being upsets. But I'm going to predict Texans, and boom, I don't care. I know I don't want to doubt the Patriots, and I shouldn't, but I hate the Patriots, and I really want them to lose, so my bias is getting in Titans over Patriots. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 31-20, Titans. Boom.
Ooh, by
Yeah.
11 in
Yeah,
Foxborough.
by 11. Texans, I'm going to go with 24-21. Let's say 24-21 Texans win.
All right. And then we'll save more. Let's just go through the wild card round. And so the wild card round, we can do the predictions for the divisional games and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, at this point, we're still not 100% sure on who's who. But let's say
We're not 100%, but it looks like
I
the
think
Niners.
the Niners are going to
win.
win this one, so that's going to put the Seahawks down against the Eagles.
Green Bay's
right?
going to slide into the 2 seed. Then they're going to slide down to where the Saints are. Saints are going to get the 3 seed, and the Saints are going to play the Vikings. Yeah,
The Saints would play the Vikings. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to take New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm taking New Orleans in that. Come on. They
Kirk Cousins, they only had 149 yards against the Packers this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Monday.
Monday, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm never trusting Cousins in a
They
playoff
had
game. Come on now.
Your man is 0-8 on Monday night games now.
Yeah,
Prime time
buddy.
Kirk Cousins, so you've been right about him the entire
I'm
time.
telling you.
And I'm going to take
And everybody
the,
loves pointing to him.
I'm going to take the Seahawks to beat the Eagles.
Yeah, come on now. If the Seahawks lose that game, I will be pretty sad.
Man, you know it's going to be a good game. The Saints versus the Packers at Lambeau Field.
That'll be a good game, yeah. Man, and that's going to be tough for Breeze, man. That's going to be
I
a cold
know.
freaking game.
I know.
I don't want the
gonna be
Packers.
great.
I want Breeze to give him another Super Bowl, let him retire.
What about Aaron Rodgers? Man could get another Super Bowl.
He's still going to play another year or two.
Yeah.
All right.
No, rep all the social
we're
media.
we're gonna finish off now. So don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Last Word Cast. Find me at Ryan World Eater, our awesome, excellent producer who lost in the fantasy finals. Daniel Loose Change, Danny Dimes, whatever you want to call him. At Daniel Doesn't.
You can find me in a bar.
Check all of our podcasts out, however you want to listen, however you found this one. Now, there are many ways to listen, including Stitcher, iTunes, Cool. I don't know what else we're at. We're on lastwordonsports.com.
Spotify,
yes.
YouTube,
yes. YouTube. Get the
Pornhub.
video, man. Just watch the
Pornhub.
video. I'm a video podcast guy myself.
Oh, yeah.
I know we don't have a lot in the background, but you at
That'll
least
be
get
next
to
season.
see my crazy faces and stuff. I don't know what there is to see about Seth, but...
I think next season we'll have an actual set by the time
Yeah.
it rolls around.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and share this around. Leave us some damn comments.
Yeah,
we'll
tell a
see you guys
friend.
later. Tell a friend. Bye.